Hello everybody, and welcome to Noodle Journey. Today I'm going to be trying another one of Samyang's Buldak products, their Buldak cheese ramen. Let's be real here. This is one of the most popular and widely known Korean noodle product lines ever, and with good reason. The noodles are excellent, and the sauces, while extremely spicy, are full of great flavor. Except that damn corn flavor. That was really something else. These are so popular that Samyang has recently released 3 new flavors to the American market, and the reason I'm reviewing this cheese flavor now is because the next review will be one of those new flavors, Quattro cheese. So I can compare these two for potential purchasers, cheese versus Quattro cheese. But let's start with the endless debate, to cheese or not to cheese. I still see a lot of hesitation from people who don't believe cheese belongs in Korean noodles, and to you I say, just try it, really. I'm a believer. To those of you who know what's what in the cheese department, these Buldak noodles are cheap and easy to find. You can get a single package for around $2, a 5-pack for $7 to $10, or you can even find this particular one in bowl form for around $3. Any Asian grocery store should stock this variety. It seems to be very popular. Plus you can find them online just about everywhere that sells Asian noodles. I reviewed the super popular Buldak Carbonara ramen way back in episode 5, and while that one included a mild white cheese powder to give it some extra creaminess, we now come to a Buldak with a different cheese powder inside. That carbonara flavor is still my favorite and still the standard by which I judge all other flavors, just FYI. So let's look at the nutrition in this and talk ingredients. 1,440 milligrams of sodium, which is not bad. Of course, right before I filmed this, I dropped the package, and so we've got a block of those excellent Buldak noodles that happens to be in a few more pieces than normal. We have what I believe is the standard-ish Buldak sauce packet and a powdered cheese packet. Just doing a glance at the ingredients in the cheese powder, there seems to be a lot of overlap here with the carbonara. Both contain mozzarella and cheddar, some powdered cream, yeast, and whey. Primarily, it seems that this variety drops the parsley from the carbo and adds sesame seeds and seaweed like the basic Buldak flavor has. Interesting. I believe this is vegetarian, but check for yourself to be safe. I'll get into the Quattro cheese ingredients as a comparison in the next video. With all that said, it is time to cook. So here we go, and as with a lot of powdered cheese products, there are some lumps in here that were very difficult to stir in. So I'm just going to give this a quick stir. I had a lick of the Buldak sauce as I was adding it, and it tastes just like the normal one, so I think all of the extra flavor in this is probably just coming from that cheese packet. And so I am a little surprised at the consistency of this because it really doesn't look that much different from regular hot chicken Buldak, aside from those few lumps of powdered cheese in here, which I think I might have finally gotten out. It actually smells almost the same as hot chicken Buldak too. Not as much of the cheesy funk that I was expecting from this one. Not necessarily a bad thing. I really love the hot chicken flavor. So, time to taste. All right, well, starting with the noodles. These are Samyang's basic Buldak noodles, which I love. They're nice, plump, a little chewy. They're a great texture that pairs with this sauce. I always give them an 8 out of 10, and they do not disappoint. Let's get into the spiciness of this since this is a Buldak product. Because of the cheese content, I really expected this to be on par with the carbonara and less spicy than the regular hot chicken flavor. But it's pretty much as punishing as the hot chicken was. If you were hoping that the cheese would provide some relief the way that the carbonara cream does, tough shit, this is hot. It's maybe a hair less spicy than the hot chicken. And so I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10 on the spiciness scale. And now the flavor. As you know, if you've watched the other Buldak reviews, I really love the basic Buldak sauce flavor. It is a nice combination of sweet, smoky, super spicy, and it's got those curry spices giving it some good flavor on top of the chili pepper. That's pretty much all here, with a slight tinge of cheese to it. It is really not leaps and bounds different from the hot chicken like I was expecting. But I do think that even that slight little bump from the cheese packet makes this just a little bit more delicious. If you're expecting a blast of cheese, this isn't the place to find it. It's more of a suggestion of cheese, a faint whisper that complements the Buldak sauce rather than transforming it into something else entirely. And there's a little texture from the seaweed and the sesame seeds, giving this a little umami and nuttiness when you get one. There's not a whole lot of those in here, but they're nice when you find them. This is a tasty bowl of spicy noodles. I still like the carbonara more than this because it has a little more character, but this has a little more depth of flavor from the cheese than the basic hot chicken or the 2X. And so I'm going to score this in between the carbonara and the basic and call this an 8.5 out of 10 overall. What can I say? Samyang Buldak delivers again. This isn't exactly what I expected going into this review. I was sort of expecting a super decadent cheesy affair with a lot of spice, but what I got was the familiar Buldak flavor I already love, just augmented with a touch of cheddary goodness. I suspect that the Quattro cheese flavor is going to be a little closer to what I envisioned, and so I'm queuing that up for the next video so we can all understand what makes that product stand out. For science, right? How do you feel about cheese in your noodles? Have you tried this variety before? Did it meet your cheesy expectations? Let's discuss all that and more in the comments. Please remember to like and subscribe, and hopefully you'll tune in for the Quattro cheese Buldak review coming next after this video. I hope to see you on our next step of this noodle journey.